Hello guys, welcome to NemTech channel. My name is Nehemiah, and today we are going to discuss NumPy data types. But then before we start, if it's your first time to get into this channel, please subscribe, like and share the video to your friends. And to the returning subscribers, I thank you very much for your continued support. You can as well join this channel membership for you to have access to exclusive perks. And so guys, basically let's go to the topic. We are discussing NumPy data types. So guys, in Python we have 5 data types by default. The first one is strings. So strings is used to represent text data inside the quotation marks. You can use a single or a double quotation mark. Then the integer is used to represent the integer number, like -1, 1 to the infinity number. And then we have also the float data type, which is used to represent the real number with the decimals and so forth. And then we also have the boolean, which is used to represent the true or false values. And then we also have the complex data type, which is used to represent the complex number, like 1.0 plus 2.0 x and so forth. But then guys, NumPy has some extra data types, and I refer to data type with one character, like for example, I for integer, and then B for boolean, U for unsigned integer, F for a float, then C for complex float, then M for time delta, and then M for data type. Actually, this is small m for time delta, and then capital M for data time, and then capital O for object, S for string, and then U for Unicode, and then guys, capital V for fixed chunk of memory for other type, which is called void. And so guys, let's discuss how we can check the data type of an array. And guys, basically we use NumPy array object that has a property called dtype that returns the data type of the array. So first of all, let me show you here an example how to get the data type of an array object. So first of all, let me import NumPy. Remember, we are still discussing NumPy, and we import it using the keyword, the import keyword, then NumPy. But then we are importing it as an alias as keyword to import it as an alias np. And then here I'm gonna create here a variable, perhaps let me say x. Then let me assign it to this object, np, basically to this method. Let me say np array method, and then here I'm gonna create a list. Remember, a list is defined using the square brackets. Then let me type in some values, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so forth. And so guys, I want us to check the kind of data type in this array. So what I'm gonna do here, to the print function, I say print, and then here I say the object was x. But then guys, I remember I said that I will use dtype, a property that which will return the data type. So I say dtype. Actually, this dtype will return what? Will return the data type of this array. So to run it, guys, remember how to run it. We use this run button, and then guys, you can see here the terminal, the data type is what? Is an integer. So guys, this is how you can check the data type. Now let's try with another one, how to get the data type of an array containing strings. So here a string, remember a string is defined with the quotation marks, actually with the the quotation, actually the quotation. So perhaps let me say, for example, the fruits that I like, apple, comma, and then apple, what else? Banana. Remember, it must be in the quotation mark. You can use either single or a double quotation mark. Let me say banana again, a comma, then let me say mango, or whichever fruit you like. And then again, let's run. And then guys, you can see that it returns the Unicode string. You can see here we say that U defines a Unicode string, so you can see guys it returns what this kind of a data type. And so guys, let's discuss how we can create arrays with a defined data type. Now guys, I will use the array function to create arrays, and this function can take an optional argument d type that allows us to define the expected data type of the array element. Let me show you here an example in this cell. So first of all, let me import it as a import NumPy as an alias. Then let me just copy and paste it here so that I may not repeat. Now again, let me copy this line of code, and then I do what, let me just paste it here. But then here I'm gonna do what, let me add because I want us to return it as a what, is a string. Let's see, s is a string, so I want us to change it to a string. But then first of all, let me first of all put integers here. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I want it to return these values to a string. Now what I'm gonna do here, let me use what, let me use d. We say that I will use this d type, this d type argument to do what, to return the defined what data type. Now what else? So string is defined using the s. So let me say s, capital X, s, right? Let's see, it is capital S. Let me say s, and then here the print function, let me say what, print what, print print x, to print what, print x, right? X. Again also I want us to see the data type there, so to print it, to use the print function again, and then here I'm gonna say what, x dot d type, so that we may check the data type there. Now to run it, click on the run button, and then guys you can see it is a string, and then basically guys you can see it is now converted into a string here, the values there. And guys, we can as well define the size as well of some integers, like these integers, the unsigned integer, and also the float, and the string, and the Unicode string. So guys, these values we can do what, we can define the size as well. Now guys, let me show you here an example how to create an array with the data type with a 4-byte integer. So what I'm gonna do here, first of all, I don't want to repeat myself typing. When it's here, I can just copy, and then let me just paste it here, and then here I'm gonna create a variable. Let me use a to define this object. Then here let me say np.array, array method, and then here I'm gonna do what, let me create also an integer here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here also I'm gonna do what, let me say d type argument, d type, then let me now define the size. Let me give it 4 bytes. I said that with the 4 bytes, so let me say what, let me just type the values here, integer with 4 bytes. Now let me say print a again. Guys, let me say also, let me copy, then let me just paste it here, and then here I'm gonna say a dot d type, and then let me run it. So guys, basically this is how we can define a specific size of a data type. And so guys, there are some values which cannot be converted in NumPy. So for example, if a type is given in which elements cannot be casted, then NumPy will raise an error. Let me show you an example, guys. For example, an integer string, like I will use x, which cannot be converted to an integer. Like let me show you here an example. First of all, let me import NumPy. Let me just paste it here, and then here what I do, guys, let me just copy again. Let me just copy this one, and let me just copy that one, that line of code. Here let me say, for example, a, and then here let me say, for example, 1, basically 2, 3. Remember, these are strings. And then what else? 4. So guys, basically a will not be converted into a string, actually to an integer, because it's a string. So guys, it will raise an error when you try to convert it. So now here let me now to convert it to the integer, we use the I symbol here, and then to the print function, let me say what print print a. So guys, let me click on the run. Actually, you will see an error there. Let me run. Then guys, you can see that it gives us the value error invalid, literal for integer with the base 10. So which means a cannot be converted into an integer because it's not integer. And so guys, basically this is what I wanted to show you in this video, and you can find the full course on the NumPy website. Go to the Python page 2, and then you're going to find this NumPy tutorials. Then you're going to have access to the full course. But then for me, I want to end this video here, and I guess you've understood and you've gained something. Please go ahead, subscribe, like, and share the video to your friends. Until next time, this is Nehemiah. Goodbye.